Welcome to another episode of Satchats Short Stacks. Today, we have a trending red hot topic for you all, which is, should I sell my Bitcoin? Oh my goodness. Short answer, if you only have a few seconds here, no, you should not sell your Bitcoin, and we'll see you on the next episode. But if you want to chill and hang out with us for a few minutes, we're going to be walking through the thought process that we think you should use to go ahead and come to your own conclusions. So I'm going to be your host today, Chris, founder and CEO of Ithaca Hummus, Bitcoin smash buyer, multi-coiner.
Co-host, Stuart, Bitcoin laser eyes.
All right, go ahead and hit subscribe for us. You know the drill. We're going to break this down into 3 stages we think that you should go through in the consideration process to the question, should I sell my Bitcoin? All right, so we got zoom out. Okay, let's really just orient ourselves to where we've been and where we think we're going before we do anything nuts. The second is buy the dip.
Buy it.
Okay, and then the third is just continue to think more before you sell. Think things through here. Okay?
Deliberate, bro.
All right. So zoom out. What are we talking about? We want to zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, okay. So think about a lot of newcomers, and maybe they've stacked their first sats after listening to this show. Maybe even smashed a little bit. But it was up at, 110, 109. And now it's down in the 80s and like, oh my gosh, like, what is this? It's volatile. I need to cut my losses now. And then they sell and it's not good. So here's what we mean by zoom out. Think about Bitcoin over the long term. When Max Kaiser was doing his podcast, trying to do the same things that we're doing here, Bitcoin was at $1. Okay. And he was like, guys, please buy this because it's so important. And so his listeners bought Bitcoin for about $1, popped up to $30, which means they went 30x. Beautiful, elevated. Then where did it go next? It went down to $2. And they're like, Max Kaiser, we're going to unalive you. How could you make us do this? And they sold at $2 a Bitcoin. $2. Now it goes to 1,000. How do they feel? It goes to 10,000. How do they feel? It goes to 100,000, right? And there have been, moments like this all throughout Bitcoin's history. So zoom out. Bitcoin does fluctuate when you look at it, when you peer through your little nation state paper lens. Okay. So just chill out.
Yeah. It's hard to hold on to your Bitcoin when you buy it at 109,000 and then it goes down to 80. You panic sell, like worst thing you could do. But it's even harder to hold on to your Bitcoin when you buy it at 109,000 and it goes to 200,000. You look at that and you're like, this is my big moment, my big opportunity to cash out. But please don't do that. You have to understand how this thing behaves. It's a squiggly line. It's highly volatile, yes, but it's always going up. Don't get out of it. Don't sell it to take some little return for, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 when you could hold on to it forever, use it as collateral, borrow against it. We don't know what the future holds for Bitcoin, but we do know that it's going to be good. So don't sell your Bitcoin.
Wow, that's interesting. I thought that, I was coming at this hot topic from the perspective of someone who has seen Bitcoin dip down, is like, should I sell it to cut my losses? But to your point, it's equally as challenging to be like, dude, this thing's ripping. I'm going to cash out now and lock in my gains. Bro, you're going to be locking in little tiny buddy gains when you zoom out enough to understand how this thing actually works.
Yeah. You want to buy Bitcoin and hold on to it as long as you can. It is a game of attrition, as Jameson Lopp taught us.
That's right. Number 33. Check them out.
Yeah. So next up, we've got buy the dip as opposed to selling the dip, which is the worst thing that you could do. Everybody's always going to buy the top. I bought the top. Everybody buys the top.
I've been buying the top for a year and I love it. Yeah. And I'll be buying the top forever.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. You don't want to sell the top. You don't want to sell the dip. You want to buy the dip and buy the top. So just buy and don't sell, right? That's short story.
The only dip Chris sells is Ithaca hummus. Okay? Don't sell the dip unless you're the CEO and founder of the tastiest hummus on earth. You want to buy the dip. So one thing that we want to impress upon you all is that these dips are not exit signals. They are buying opportunities. If you have some dry powder, smash the dip. Pick up some cheap sats. Bitcoin never crashes. It only goes on sale. So buy the dip. If you're nervous, if you're scared, it's because you're still coming at Bitcoin from the perspective of $1, and you're still coming at Bitcoin from the perspective of like a trader or a Wall Street thing. You just want to get your fair share of the Bitcoin network. And it's not really important what price you buy it at, it's how many sats do you have. And no matter what the dollar value of Bitcoin is doing, your sats are staying the same. So buy the dip.
All right, last step, think things through.
Yeah.
Walk us through that, Stuart.
So as a Bitcoin maxi, we want to embiggen our time horizon as much as humanly possible. Okay? Embiggen it, dude. Get your time preference, embiggen it. All right.
Is that a real word?
Probably not, but it's, we are figuring on biggering and biggering our time horizon, right? So make sure your time preference is low. Learn about market cycles if you want. That's still coming at it from a trader perspective. Just get the freaking Bitcoin and hang on to it. Okay.
Yes.
So we want to advocate for you all to stack sats, and we want you to be putting fiat currency into Bitcoin that you can tolerate a long time horizon for. But we don't want to be toxic, because you might need to sell your Bitcoin. And by the way, if you're a Bitcoin maxi and 100% of your Bitcoin is 100% of your wealth is Bitcoin, you need to sell sats to support your lifestyle, unless you're like this guy and you want to buy, borrow, or die. Anyways, if you have gotten into Bitcoin, maybe you got into Bitcoin too much too quickly, a little overindulgent, maybe a little zealous, something comes up in your life that's unexpected and you need those funds. Well, congratulations. Bitcoin is the most liquid asset on earth, because it's just money, and all you got to do is exchange your money for another form of money. So you might need, in your specific situation, to sell off some or all of your Bitcoin because you're just in a tight spot. And if that happens, it's okay. No problem. You did it. Now just stay humble, get back to stacking sats. So let's recap the steps for everyone who is trying to answer the question, should I sell my Bitcoin?
Okay. If you think that you're in that situation where you absolutely have to sell your Bitcoin, please stop. Please stop and zoom out. Study the way Bitcoin behaves again. Buy the dip always, and think things through. All right. Just really be sure.
The question is not, should I sell my Bitcoin? The question is, will I regret selling my Bitcoin 5 years from now? Okay. Remember that. And remember,
Satchats is for educational purposes only and should not be construed for financial advice. We'll see you on the next one.